Are you exploring the opportunity to go to college? Well, one thing that you might think of is, what are the steps to enrolling and, being fully prepared on that first day, on day one, pretty much. And that's what we're going to go through today. That's what we're going to discuss. After figuring out what colleges or universities that you would want to attend, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to the university's website and you want to locate the admissions application. Um, Going through that admissions application, you will see some of the things that they're looking for. Some things that are needed, like your SAT scores or your ACT scores. They don't normally ask for both. You may have some schools, which is maybe a little bit rare, where they may ask for both, but it's normally either one or the two. What I've noticed is most schools normally tend to ask for the SAT, but either one should do. Something else that they look for is they want to know what your GPA is. How did you end from the moment you graduated from high school? They want to know what that GPA is. A lot of times they use that GPA and your SAT scores or ACT scores to determine your eligibility on possibly getting accepted. So I'm gonna be real with a lot of y'all now. Don't be in here trying to put in no applications to Harvard with no 2.8 or no 3.0. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're wasting your time, and they probably gonna look at your application and laugh. A lot of times, they probably won't even look at your application. They probably just start laughing as soon as they see what the heck was they even thinking about. Um, so yeah, don't be trying to put in no application no Harvard, knowing you got no 2.8, 2.5, and 3.0 and all that. They got applications that are people that are getting literally 4.0s who they turn down. So that should tell you something. Um, You will also need a certain amount of credits, accreditation credits from different subjects in high school that you take classes on, like English, math, science, social studies, even some language classes as well. Some colleges require you to have taken at least maybe two language classes. Normally, I know most people normally take a language class maybe around there 10th, 11th grade year, maybe ninth, 10th grade year, somewhere around that range. Um, but normally a language class or language credits are required as well. Not in all cases, but a lot of cases they do. Um, a lot of this information that they request or they require, you will again be able to find this information on the university's website. So that's the first thing that you really want to get into is looking on that university's website. Depending on how hard it is to get in Pacific schools, they may even require you to show that you're really involved in your school or in your community by displaying some form of proof that you've been a part of like an organization or maybe sports related, maybe a certain club, all of those things to show that you're one of the type of people who go above and beyond and not just based on your grades per se, but the things that you do that are linked towards your community gives a prime example of what type of person you are. And a lot of schools do go based on those things as well. Just think about if you're getting into a school where just about everyone that applies, and just I know we talking about Harvard and all these other places, but let's just say everyone gets a 4.0, right? Well, they have to know, they have to, without them knowing you, they have to go off of something to see what type of person you are. And a lot of times that's what they base that upon is, how involved are you with your community? How involved with you are you with, um, your school and just different things like that. Excuse me. Um, the next thing that you want to do is you want to look online for some scholarships, some grants, maybe even some loans. And I know a lot of you, when you guys hear loans, you kind of cringe up a little bit, but I mean, let's just be honest. A lot of us go to school and we take out loans, not because we want to, but because we have to a lot of times. Um, and that's totally fine as long as you have a plan with it. There are several different scholarships and grants that you could receive based on things like your income, meaning your parents' income, your race, your gender, your GPA, your location, meaning what state you're in, things like that. If you're foreign to the like country, pretty much. They have even some grants and scholarships that are based on your height. I know for some people, if you're either really, really tall or really, really short, they do have some scholarships that are based on your height. Um, and yeah, I said height, which is true. Maybe certain clubs that you've been a part of. Um, Maybe if your parents were in the military, or they even have some scholarships as well that they will give you if you write a certain essay. And normally what happens is when you write the essay, you submit it, and they pick like a winner or two winners or so, and they might give you a certain amount in that scholarship. Some scholarships you really just have to apply for and just get lucky on. I've even seen some scholarships and grants being given out if you are able to write a certain, you know, certain a certain paper or a certain poem. I've seen a lot of different scholarships being given out. Sometimes it just requires knowing the right people, to be honest with you. Um, it's a lot of scholarships and things that I could really name, but again, those are just some basic things that a scholarship or grant will require, and things of that nature. Most of us do get financial aid, right? Most of us get financial aid that is based on like low income households. So if your parents aren't making a certain amount, I know some, I think, I don't know if it's around like 60 to 70,000. If your parents don't make that amount or it's below that amount, you can normally apply for financial aid, which is submitted through a what they call a FAFSA. Once you get into this process of looking for financial aid, you'll quickly learn what a FAFSA is. It's like an application that helps you get financial aid. Even from then, you can apply for certain loans when you have a FAFSA as well. Like one that I used specifically was a when I first went to school, really all through my 4 years of college, was a Parent Plus loan. Um, Again, I get it, loans, we all go crazy, but be honest with you, some of us have to apply for a loan. But yeah, Parent Plus loan, if you don't have enough scholarships or grants or anything like that to cover your tuition. So again, I had to do it. Most people have to do it. So don't feel bad if you have to. It's just the way of life sometimes. But the key I would say to all of this is to make sure that all of this is being situated at least 30 days before the first day of school. I'll be honest with you all. I will be completely honest. I will be completely honest. You don't want to wait last minute on this. You really don't want to wait last minute on this. Honestly, man, I've seen people literally bull jive so much around, and they will literally wait until they get on campus, meaning the first day of school or whatever the case may be. And they will literally wait until then to get things situated. I've seen people who will literally wait around all the way up until maybe 1 to 2 weeks before school start. And they're like, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to call the campus. I'm trying to call a certain department at this university to get some help on something. And nobody seems to be answering the phone. The phone just keep ringing. It's going straight to voicemail. And that's because it's about 200 to 300 other people that's waiting a week or two before school start too. So again, you don't want to be set up in that situation to where you're just kind of like lollygagging around and wasting time. Um, Honestly, guys, even the line itself, being say you're waiting to the last minute, it you don't want to be caught up in that long line, man. It's literally it happens every single year. It does. And I can honestly say throughout my 4 years, I have not been the one to wait in that line. But I see it every single year. Same people waiting in the line every year. You have to wait in a long line just so you can get some help. Because you got to imagine everybody else that's waiting last minute, they have to wait in that line as well. And it gets very brutal because um, a lot of times if you don't have that financial aid or you don't have enough funds to cover your tuition, if you're in, living on campus, you may have to pay what is it called, board, what is it, you have to pay to live on campus, you have to pay for your meal plans, you have to pay for a lot of different things that you honestly need. And you don't want to be put in a position where you have to either be put out on campus because you put in to live on campus and you can't afford it. I've seen it happen. You don't want to be in a situation where you get dropped from your classes because you can't afford it. Um, you don't want to be put in a position where, again, honestly, you're getting dropped from your classes. You don't have enough money to pay for your meal plan. Man, it gets brutal, man. It gets brutal. Um, I've even seen situations where if you don't have enough tuition, you can't even really choose your classes. That means that you literally will be picking from classes that are left over from people who have already chosen their classes, who's already gotten their things taken care of. And one thing that I will tell you is that these classes, especially the real important ones, they tend to get filled up really quick. Um, which means that if they get filled, guess what? You out of luck. You can't take it that class that semester, which can probably put you back a little bit. So again, take care of these things early, ladies and gentlemen. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till the first week of school, the day of school, whatever. Go ahead and get these things knocked out, situated. I would say at least 30 days before the first day of school. If you take that time frame to get all of this done, the earlier the better, you'll be good to go. I promise you, you'll be good to go. But again, um, um, if you really want to be prepped for college admissions, follow these steps, and again, you'll be in the best position starting school. But if you guys have any comments that you would like to leave down below on maybe some other extra tips that you do to get prepared for your college admissions, things like that, please leave those comments below. Again, remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Also, if you just seen this video and you know someone who's going to college, or you have a friend that's going to college, such as you, or maybe someone in high school, man, don't be afraid to share this video here. This is the more people we can help out, the better, honestly. So yeah, send this to a friend. But again, thank you all for your time. I will catch you all in the next video. See you.